Hey, everybody, welcome to the OG's Power Hour. And of course, John is starting his push-ups.
You never stop. You know,
You
it's
never
constant growth. Right, Ken? Constant growth? Constant
exactly. Well, you did 50,000 plus last year. I mean, like, come on. You know, you're a man on a mission to teach people, to help people. But we're talking cannabis legends. That's what you are, John. And Mr. Toad, who's another one, can't be with us today. He has a doctor's appointment.
Biology on YouTube, and we'll talk about 30 years of growing, intense, in closets, all kinds of great things. Join us. Good.
So Johnny's talking to his audience there on IG, and we really thank him for reaching out to everybody and having them come over and visit us on It's All About Biology. We really appreciate all you guys showing up every week to listen to a legend. There's some Keith, okay?
It's a bag of powdered molasses.
Oh, okay, right. You were mentioning that the other day.
I said I can bring my bricks levels up because what I see with the Remo nutrients, I like it and stuff like that. But I know as an experienced grower, 35 years, I'm gonna need to bring up my bricks levels. I'm gonna need to add some sugars.
Mm-hmm.
So I already know what I like to do and where I start adding certain things.
Yeah,
like Power SI if I want to add it. All these little things. See,
yeah.
like now it's just supplementing into things and really talking about, well, growing.
Mm-hmm.
What you love to do, setting yourself up to win. And one thing I forgot to do, and I'm going to say it right now. I talk about pHing, and I screwed up that one thing 'cause I didn't pH my stuff. And I've been feeding for the last month, and I haven't been pHing my water. So I've been using the Remo nutrients and not using the pH.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering, and now I'm taking, like, my plants are good. And I'm quite surprised. And even though I haven't pH, we're going to do some pHing today, and I'll be doing that like on the Instagram. And well, YouTube is kind of slowly coming back. We're actually doing a live show on YouTube with Ken.
Sundays.
Yeah. Sundays at 4:20. I do an hour, 42-minute show. It's all about 42. It's about our growth. This last episode was about the vision. Setting up that vision for 2024. It's like, wow, can you see it? Can you see your vision?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see that old 2023? Hey,
not quite the year.
But look towards the future.
Yep.
Yeah. And really talking about that future and our growth and how we're kind of moving forward to today's growth journey. Things have sure changed. Man, have they changed. And right now, as I sit and look at my VPD, it's 44% humidity in here at 82 degrees. That's all over the place. Because I don't have humidity in this room.
Mm-hmm.
Bricks of brown.
Sorry. A few bricks of brown powder, which was the powdered molasses that you were showing. Yeah.
And you can even see how the powdered molasses is separating. See that?
Mm-hmm.
This is a mix, and this actually came from somebody else. So you got to make sure you mix this up. 2 grams per gallon. So I actually add like 4 tablespoons into a 5-gallon bucket. I'll boil water like I do always. Now I use Remo nutrients. And from back in the days, living soils naturally pH itself. There you go, right? Yeah, you know what? It's all living soils. And I'm adding a salt base. I'm actually adding water-soluble calcium too. I'm adding fish amino acid because I'm feeding the biology in the soils at the same time. Right? Yep. Keeping that going. Hey, Benny, what's going on, brother? And now I'm going to add some. I got to bring my bricks levels up here. It's something I got to do. And adding calcium. That's why I'm going to add some pro-cal. I'm going to add some cal into here. I'm thinking some cal mag in the week 4 and week 5. Probably should have done the beginning, maybe week 2, week 3. I would look at the calcium magnesium parts. I was talking about this with Matt Greenspace. He's on the last episode there, and he's got a pretty cool channel. He's doing a lot of scrogging. 35-year-old young man, just killing it. He took that Bruce Gunsby course on lights and stuff. Like Thank you. Supposed to be Ken got an interview with him 2 years ago for me to be on that show, and I missed the message.
It is how we got introduced to each other, really, John, because I had been watching you as the legend and learning from you. And you were talking about Bruce all the time, and the importance of light. So I was following him, and when I got a chance, I tried to connect you two because I know you would have loved to have a
Oh, and
good
we didn't even know each other then, did we, Ken?
No, we didn't.
No. I had no idea who this guy Ken Somerville was. I'm like, this guy messaged me. See, well, I'm busy, man. I'm trying to grow some weed over here. What's he want to know? What's he want to know? He keeps bugging me. Well, you know what he wants to know? He wanted to know. Well, actually, it wasn't knowing anything. We realized that the energies that we have when we pose together is helping and caring and giving back to the community and helping others. That's why we talk so much about this. And then people were asking me, hope the fan isn't bothering you guys.
Nope.
People are asking me on my channel today, where's Ken? He isn't on the Cannabis Future Project anymore. And my message was, well, Ken knew that Canada needed a channel. Ken knew that Canada needed its same kind of vibe, because Cannabis Future Project's a great channel geared towards the US, geared towards the people down in the United States. Am I correct? Am I feeling that?
Yeah.
The Canadian cannabis connection is what's going on with all about the biology. Ken brings information to Canadian soils. Canadians are like-minded and around the world. Understand? Around the world. And his is concentrating about biology, looking at soils, how soil matters, and really focusing on what we're doing about our soils, which is beautiful. You bring in Av Singh, you bring in Late Morrison. Have you been in Kevin Joffrey yet? I don't know if you have or not.
We actually had Kevin on our show with us on the OG's Power Hour.
He's been on our show. I mean, on a separate show about the biology and stuff like that.
Not on our channel, but he's overseas right now, so I can't even get him.
There you go. I'm sitting here staring, guys, as the thing, and look at the internal spacing. Look at how perfect it is. See?
Yeah, beautiful.
See all the way through here? This is getting too much light, and I know that, and I can't do too much about it. So we're gonna dim that down. But right now I can't do that, so you can see my tops, right? So I dim these down. This is getting too much light. These are gonna white out. I'm gonna white out my buds on purpose. And then the last week or two, I'm gonna dim down the lights, bring the chlorophyll back. I'm gonna show you something you've never seen before. We're gonna talk about this. Talk about light recipes and how light works and what you can do with light. Dim it, changing the light out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always asking more about that. And it really comes down to the experience of using every bulb that I've ever came across. I had a bulb that was HPS and metal halide. I think I kept it somewhere because it was such a unique bulb. It was like a one-of-a-kind spin-off. Metal halide and HPS in one bulb. It was this long. And the end had the blue spectrum, and in the middle was the HPS.
Funky.
Yeah. Thought it might be right there. I was just thinking. What's that thing? Because I have all kinds of neat little things here, like the first LED light that I used to grow with. Like we're talking, I showed that to Land. He goes, "Those are the old Coblins from 1988." I was like, "Yeah, I know." We had to put those all across pieces of plywood, the whole piece of plywood, and we would put them on the side to try and get side lighting. Did it work?
Not just generally.
It's white light.
Yeah.
Right. We need white light. Of course, you need white light. And we take a look at that. We've done bottom growth and top growth, side growth. We talked about, I'm just reminiscing here with you guys right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 35 years of growing, coming out.
Yeah.
And I was in a room basically consulting the other day, and they had put on the top of the room, they put all the holes in the fan so it blows the air down on the plants.
Mm-hmm.
When we went back to 2012, when we had the big fans on the top and we had the plants on pallets, we were blowing the air across the top. It's blowing the hot air across the top and pushing the hot air underneath the roots.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a good idea. Just saying. You want to keep your roots cool. You don't want to keep your roots hot. Root temperature is huge.
Mm-hmm.
It's not when you're running a hydro system. That water is normally has a water chiller. You're not running warm water on your roots, right? So there's little things where we're just kind of looking at and then seeing those focuses. It's like being in my room here right now, and I didn't have a temperature in here and nothing. I'm just kind of like rolling, just kind of looking at it and going, okay, yeah, I know it's doing fine. I'm looking at seeing the strain that's being run somewhere else in 2 different places and seeing how it's going to, I know how it's going to grow right now.
But I got to really give it its true atmosphere. So I got to close this tent out. I got to put on venting through the top. Get someone here to help me. I got everything rigged up in here too. So we have that charcoal filter. We have the fan set up in here. We got the top going in there. And we got the window where we got things going there. And they got the little plate that goes in the window and stuff like that.
Cool.
So it's just a matter of, these are all the things that we do. You need a vent. You need an air out. You need air is coming into the thing. So right now I have my windows open in the room this far on each side. So it's keeping the air flowing here. It's keeping the temperatures up. I got air flowing. Problem is the humidity is wrong. The VPD is butt ass wrong. So by keeping the temperatures at the same, I'm ensuring that I'm not going to get any problems. At the same time, the plants aren't growing at their full capacity. We're not giving what they need. They need a higher humidity level. They need their relative humidity up probably around the 60 to 65%. I would probably run between 70, my temperature between 81 to 83. So I'm in that fluctuation within the 10, 12. So if I would lower my temperatures down to 78, then I keep my relative humidity around probably the 58, 68, 70. I'm looking at that fluctuation. I'll be running between 64 to 66, 67 on my relative humidity, and that's what we started realizing no more powdery mildew.
Yeah.
But the plants were able to breathe properly, and there wasn't anything in there. So we were talking about that. The last little grow is really taking a look at how well it's growing with vapor pressure deficit. First thing I'm thinking, like, I don't have mine set up. So I came home and threw this in here, and we're talking about it today.
Yeah.
There you go. Knowing what I'm doing here, knowing what I'm trying to achieve, at the same time, it's hard to grow in a tent. It's hard to take a look at what you're doing when you're trying to maintain VPD.
Yeah.
Much easier in a controlled room. Dehumidifiers, AC units, humidifiers. When you get more bigger production, it's a lot easier. Small rooms they're very complicated. So the guys are out there doing small rooms and killing it.
Congratulations. Yep.
It's a hard goal, and that's what people don't understand. The bigger, the easier. Really, running a 20, 30, 40, 50 light show is really, it's like 10x your life, right? Because if you're going to 2x it, it's the same amount of effort as 10xing it. So if you're going to run 4 lights or 40 lights, you're going to run 4 plants or 400 plants, it's really, 400 plants is going to be a lot more effort than 4, let me tell you. But it's the same effort. You're still doing the same thing. You're still putting in the same amount of work. You're still doing the same time, right?
Yeah.
Well, why aren't you going all in? 2024 is just around the corner, right? Because that past is something you're used to seeing. I came up here just for. I didn't post my push-ups.
So you post your push-ups, focus on that, and Perpetual 25C seems a bit warm. David is saying, and I'm not actually 100% sure on what your temperature in a pot would be. Hydro is a lot different, like John was saying, the water, etc. That's a lot different in the soil, depending on the size of your bag that you have your soil in. It's going to differ in temperature, and biology is going to move in or out, just like in a compost pile. The biology can't handle the heat is going to move out to the outside. But yeah, somebody was mentioning Kevin Jodry, another legend for sure, and he was talking, I guess, on his channel about how dry it is, or right now in Pakistan, where it used to be very much a lot nicer temperatures and moisture content in Pakistan before things got shifted. Midwest is saying he's got a 12 lighter in my basement, way easier than the tents I'm running now. Yeah. I don't know. I've never ran a tent, so I built my stove as a tent.
Tents become difficult. Oh, the video is coming out in slow-mo. Check this out.
Whoa, baby. Yeah, and David, Dr. Bruce's online class sounds really interesting. I know Matt, the gentleman that was on the show with us yesterday that does the scrogging on his channel, he actually has a certificate from Bruce's chorus hanging on his wall. So yeah, if you got the chance to do it, I would definitely do it. Just for that more knowledge and understanding. That's like John, took
I
years
love it
to
how it came into
get his
slow
book.
mo.
You love how it's going slow mo.
It didn't even go into the push. It just went into slow mo mode as I'm doing this. It's kind of hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm watching this because I'm trying to do a post, and you can see it just goes into like the video just decides to kind of go. We're slowing this shit down.
You were going way too fast, John, and they decided that you shouldn't be going quite that fast, right? So some of the other legends, cannabis legends, Horatio, there's so many across the globe that we can't mention, or I won't even try to mention a lot. But much respect to all the people that have been out there doing this, like John, putting it on YouTube for decade. Um, it is that sharing of the information that's really helped a lot of us. It helped me. Like I did 8 months of research before I ever cracked a seed, and a lot of my research was John. Because I liked the honesty, I liked the integrity of what he was talking about. He was showing true things. He was showing his problems as well as the solutions that he came up with. And those are the types of people that you want to learn from, that are open and honest and do share the problems that they have in their grow, whether that's in a tent, a large grow, etc. All information is going to help you. We talk a lot about growing. Well, it's not just growing plants, it's growing us as well. No matter how you grow or what you grow, just grow. And I loused that up. It's supposed to be the other way around, but you get the point of, growth is in so many different aspects, not just growing, a vegetable garden, not just growing your medicine, but growing yourself and your knowledge and understanding so you can, have the best medicine, etc. for yourself is a key. John,
Yes,
your post shops are posted now.
I think so.
Okay.
Happy Halloween, guys! It's coming up.
Oh, couple of days away. Yeah.
A couple days away, and you know what? Are you glowing for Halloween? Because I'm trying glow in the dark meditainers. Just saying. I got guys from New York ordering meditainers because no one in the world has the XL glow in the dark meditainers. Of course, I do them, right? So, so if you're looking for those glow in the darks, go to my website. They're like $15. They're a steal. Really, they sell for 30. So, I'm lowering down, giving stuff out. I was having some fun. So I'm seeing the posting, and now I'm talking about it with you guys. That's it.
And those are on Medtainer Canada, right?
Yep.
Okay. I just posted it up on the bottom there, guys. So if you want to glow in the dark, yeah, there you go.
Here's the old timers. Like I have some of the oldest timers. Like I'm laughing at some of this stuff. I'm like, I've had this thing for like 20 years. You can see how old this is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we moved up to these ones.
Yeah.
Now I have the digital one. That's downstairs. Before that, it was the big, like, old, like, you had to hook it all up. You had to get a certain, what's that timer? It's outside. Anyways.
Yeah. I know I've got one in my grow. Yeah. Mechanical timer, an Intron or something like that.
No.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, you know what, guys? It's keeping things going. And I was using the Team B Naturals. I used to put those into a thing. I'm looking at all the hamster stuff I have here. Using the Team B Naturals and getting that going. That's why I have a lot of stuff sitting here. Even when I hear a big box of it, Josh hooked me up with all of this stuff. You got to keep, there's certain things about growing that I see so many people growing today. It's ridiculous. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many channels. I'm like, wow. I'm so blessed. and grateful that everybody's out there is showing what they love to do and expressing those strains and those little tweaks, those 2 millimeter shifts that they're making with inside their garden to take it that much better.
Yeah.
That's why I come to these shows to learn those little 2 millimeter shifts, right? Keep the air flowing, keep your temperatures going, understand fluctuations, understand Brix levels, understand what you're doing within your plants. You know, there's so much information out there now. It's like find the one you want to learn from and then dig deep. Find that mentor and just call, ask, hey, dude, I'm doing this. And if that person's got the time, they're going to give you the answer because they love doing it.
Yeah.
You like doing.
I love growing and helping people.
I really take a look at that old, as I'm writing a book on really taking a look at legalization and just being in an industry for so long and seeing that progression. And those first plants growing at Anthony, and that was in the Waterbury place, that was in Anmore. You know, we're talking like, I'm like 11 years old, guys.
Yeah.
10 years old. And there were leaves, and we saw our parents, they were smoking it. We dried those leaves out underneath the heat lamps because we had rabbits. I remember stuffing the bamboo that had dried out full of the leaf, and we were smoking that with the matches. I've been smoking weed for 42 years. And we were talking about it when I was growing back in like 88 and stuff like that. It was federal time.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that now as in being at 50, like, boy, I take risks, man, for a plant just to grow some weed. I would have done 10 years in 88.
Yeah.
And here we are today, and when we can grow freely, well, not free. In Canada, we can. In different parts of the U.S., different parts around the world, we have a medical platform. But I would have known if I would have got busted, I would have probably found out that I could probably gone for the medical. Because in 91, I was hit head on by a dump truck.
Yeah.
And in 88, there's some stuff that happened when I was younger, what led me into growing my own medicine. Years and years of dedication, purpose, was to grow for myself, to get the best medicine for myself, and to get people what they needed by educating, by talking, well, it was a lot of genetics, a lot of clones, a lot of breeding. That we didn't even know we were breeding. We were just, chucking pollen around, having some fun, having what worked, finding those genetics that work the best for our conditions or that profile. Or one guy doesn't want short donkey plants. See the ones on the corner, those indicas, those medicushes, were great, and just nice seeds of green, stuff like that. But if you're looking for a year, you want more of a hybrid on this side here, right? Death Bubba, Medi, and then on the back you got the OG. So the OG crossed with Medi, so you're getting different hybrids and what you can obtain. Like Matt Greenspace, what he's doing, he used one plant. He scrogs one area 4x4, one plant. When he got on it, he said he got like 2.5 pounds.
Yeah.
The yields these days of what you can obtain by just being able to scrog certain genetics and how you can grow them. I could take that Medikush, slam it down, roll it out, and make it long. I flipped it. I wanted to see the top broke off, so it's kind of cool how it's growing.
Yeah.
But it's always in what we love to do. What are you guys doing? What is your next step? What are your goals? What is your vision for? I talked about all this in the last couple of weeks with you, Ken.
Yeah.
Every day we're setting up that next mission. It is Mission Mondays. What is your mission for the week? What are you growing? What are your goals for 2024? What are your inspirations? What are you shooting for? Now is the time we start thinking about that next year. It's getting down to that end, right? How was 2023?
The 24 is going to be even better.
Wow. You know what? Just seeing that's something that I manifested over a decade ago happening behind me right now. How about that? I envisioned something and wrote it down. Made it a reality. That's what we do in life. We grow forward. And how do you get there? Determination, dedication, consistency, discipline. Remember, life is about moments. Don't wait for them, create them.
Yeah.
John sets himself up to win every day. What are you guys doing for your setup day? How do you grow forward? It's with that vision. It's with that push up, right?
Yeah.
Push every day. Put yourself into a peak state.
Mm-hmm. And
That's how
then
forward.
you, as long as you're growing and you're giving yourself those goals to grow forward, it's not just like I was saying earlier about the cannabis, it's about everything, yourself as well. And that's where
It's really
setting
comes down to
goals.
it's your time versus your life.
Mm-hmm.
Time versus your life. And you got to manage that in the middle. Because there's time and there's your life. We all get the exact amount of time. How long that life gets you there? Some people go to 100 years, some people 80, some people don't make it past 1 year old. You have
Mm-hmm.
time. And why? Vision is possible. That is why your vision is possible. Because you can plan that. You can put things forward. And I planned everything that I've grown over the last like 30 years, 35 years of growing. From logs. I have old log books. I look at garage books sitting there. Because I've made a plan. I wrote it down. It was evidence back then too. I guess and it was code. Talked about coding. It's too bad Tony Mr. Toad can make the podcast since we're talking about cannabis lineage. He certainly rates one. Yeah, of course Tony does. We're not talking about the lineage.
Right.
Legends. Oh, sorry, legends. The legends are all around us. They're
Mm-hmm.
in your blood. There's 497 ancestral legends in my blood. Think of that. All the legends before you that brought you to exactly where you are right now. You're a legend. Every one of you are a legend. That's what happens. Legends grow. We grow together. That's why you have your blood. That's why you got to where you are, because legends brought you to where you are right now. And the legend's going to take you to the next stage. You're taking yourself to the next stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty easy to set yourself up to win. Focus on things you can control. Ken knows because he's in the whole thing where we're doing the 42 days hard. So everything I've been saying for years, he's like, yeah, John says that all the time.
Yep.
Right.
And it makes sense. It just makes so much sense, John. And, most people don't get it, but because of the industry and the life that you've led, you can share this information and the ideas and the concepts in a way that is much easier for the people to understand. And I think it's a wonderful chance for people to learn and grow.
Problems make you grow.
Yeah.
You are not unique. We run patterns. Secret sauce in life. Secret sauce in life. Ken knows it. What is it, Ken?
The secret sauce in life is I'm in control
Problems
of it
make
all.
you grow. Problems make you grow.
Yeah.
That is it. The problems that you get, life isn't happening to you. Life's happening for you. It's a blessing. You're able to go through the circumstance. That thing that's happening, that's the why. Look at the goal behind what is the percent, what is happening with that moment. Identify the feeling. Appreciate the message that you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's Morpheus. Look at him.
Oh, up on the roof.
I'm laughing. He's looking over the edge. What's he doing over there?
I don't know. Maybe there's a squirrel, man. Squirrel.
I just scrolled out here. See what, you know what? Progress gives you joy.
Mm-hmm.
Your animals give you joy. Happiness. Happiness comes in a bottle or a bong. Joy is something that you manifest that you get from progress. Understand the difference between happiness and joy, guys. Happiness is when you grow, when you see that growth and where you grow to. When you have that vision in front of you, you can feel that joy going towards it. But happiness you can get from giving something a hug, having a drink, get something out of the fridge, eating. That makes you happy. Joy is something that you get from progress or from seeing something that you're seeing progressing and gives you happy, right? That's joy. Seeing my cat run and go, oh, look at that. It was joy. This is different. You get joy from when you grow. You get joy from when you get progress. You get joy from when you see your vision. You get joy when you write down a goal and you get to check it off in your journal, because you have a daily journal and you get to check it off at the end of the day and go, see all these check marks when I get things accomplished. And when I get to put a little check mark on that book flights, I'm like, yes, that's that check mark right there. It says book flight, April 3rd, April, May, June, July, August. That was me going to Africa. That's awesome. That's what we have this year too. Writing down your logs and what you're trying to get to. I would not be where I am today and growing for 35 years if I did not write things down and what I wanted and how I put things down. The experience came down with the knowledge that I learned. And when we took down the little things that we had problems with, we kept growing. If you're comfortable, people, I'm comfortable doing them. See people where they can become. If you're doing the same thing that you were doing 20 years ago, you're comfortable, you're doing good. Good stuff. Awesome. Did you do his? Of course I did my push-ups.
And posted them.
Okay, let me take a look first.
Got to make sure that they got posted. He was upstairs and they were slowing down. Yeah.
Yeah, and then happy Mondays, get uncomfortable. Because people are doing the push-ups and getting in the ice baths. We got like, literally there's about 40. Look, we got 2 guys going here now, and then they jump into the cold ice bath. And this is great, guys. So here's yesterday. We got Violet Rose. They're doing their push-ups. They got the whole team there. We got the next team the next night. They're all doing push-ups from Stick and Stone. All right. All of these companies are stepping up. Royal Harvest, BC Legacy, Stick and Stone, Matchbox and Sticks, RCCBC. I can keep going on. There's Canport, Branding. All of these people. We're all pushing into our future you.
Yeah.
Now, are you pushing your life? Are you pushing forward with your goals? Are you pushing forward with your vision? You know how you do that? By changing your physiology. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Change your focus, change your language, change your life.
Yeah.
It takes 24 seconds to do 20 push-ups. And those 24 seconds 5 times a day, do 10, do 5. I started with 2. Will change your life forever.
Yeah.
We started to grow. You think if I just planted that seed 35 years ago, because it was seed back then, that I gave up? No, I kept growing. Did I have problems? Yeah. Did I get major problems? Can you imagine the problems I went through 35 years ago? Can you imagine the places that I've been robbed, shut down, kicked in? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Back in the days, there was no cops. If they were coming in, you were going to jail. So you're more worried about your lockdown. Who knew you lived? Who was in your house? Where were things going? You see, this was a whole different mentality than where we are in today's existence. The experience and the knowledge I learned through that type of a growth lifestyle has set me up to win for my future. By what? By taking a look at my time versus what? My life.
Yeah.
My time in my life. And how I manage that with my growth. By growing forward with what is exactly my purpose, my why. With my goals. With a vision. What's your purpose? Where are you growing? Why are you here? What are you doing? Who's going to get you to the next level? You? You're the only person that's going to take it to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You can't get somewhere without you pushing yourself. You have something that's called choice. When I chose to send out the seeds, did you guys get them?
Yes, I got mine. Yep.
I know Matt did. I know everybody else did out there. Some of the guys, I sent out 4 packs of seeds that week.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? Felt pretty damn good. I made a choice to help other people's with their growth, to see the future of the growing. What? In 100 years on the 100th floor? Cannabis, cucumbers, peppers, and tomatoes grown with LEDs indoors, self-sufficient. Like my dad when he came over the other day, and I put that video on my Instagram, and it's priceless. Please watch it. It's great. My dad, he's like, wow, I can't believe it. I can't believe how much they're growing. And he goes, yeah, the cannabis, but for cucumbers, peppers, and tomatoes, yeah. And he sees it. He goes, food doesn't taste the same anymore.
No.
When he comes to my house, he gets the taste of food that grows good. So we're going to be growing cannabis. Then we're going to grow cucumbers, peppers, and tomatoes, all in the same bed, all in the same cycles. And in a year, be able to start being self-sustainable for myself and what I need as an individual. I went and bought 1 tomato yesterday, 1 cucumber, 2 heads of lettuce, because I have Caesar salad twice a day. That's what I like. Before it was just salad, but now I put the Caesar salad.
Want a little flavor. Yeah.
I've now, well, this morning I'm like 142. I was down 92 pounds, but I lost 80 pounds being fully commitment. I love what you grow. You know what? Roy, where are you from, dude? Get on the Instagram. I do live giveaways. We do, I do it once a week. I've been giving away seeds and stuff like that. All right. So definitely talk more about that. And that's what I get to do. I get the joys of being able to pass on some lineage, be able to help other people with their own growth.
Yeah.
What are you growing? What are you growing for your future? And the best, I don't even know what's the name of the show, OJ Power?
The OG's Power Hour. Yes, that's the name of our show.
What was the name of the title of today's show?
Oh, Cannabis Legends.
Oh. And we had one of the legends not show up.
I know. A doctor's appointment.
So I just want to acknowledge you and everybody here for the legends you're becoming and the legends that you are. Right? Because no matter which way you look at it, you're a legend in your eyes of what you do every day. You got up. You got to grow forward. You got to decide what you wanted to do. You made a choice. It's pretty easy. I made some choices. My next choice is how to grow the next crop and what I'm going to be doing with that. And to be honest, I get to share with you stuff like that. The choice is I can buy it now. Yeah. I know there's really, really good weed out there that's being brought in by some, like, great gardener, Matt. Love the guy. He's good friends. I mean, if you like those styles of flavors, he's got some killer weed out there, right? Like I say, like Kevin, BC Legacy, and Royal Harvest, Rogue World. I've been killing next level mark. Alexa, Brindle Farms. They got some pretty amazing rosin. Same with Slurm. They got some stuff that's all legal on the market, guys. Of course, Bubble Man, BC Bubble Man. He's got some killer hash that you like for their hash sticks and stuff like that. These are my friends. Ramo's got the most amazing supercharged joints, just loaded full of keef and resin and stuff like that. Like, wow. See, all my friends hear how kind selections I can buy his stuff on the market too, and his vape carts and stuff like that. Everybody's moved to the market, so everything I was getting before, I can now buy at a legal store. Yeah. I'm not getting a discount like I used to.
Don't like that, but hey, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, it's completely different. But at the same time, I mean, I do my certain stuff a year. We've been hanging for the last 8 months. Just, well, reasons being, guys, is because of the T-bone and the accident, and I've had nothing but problems. Yeah. So I found out who's going to help me. Before I was caught the tyranny of how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I found the who. I had someone come over and trim my Medi-Kush there and trim the comatose. I want the rest to hang because I'm going to have that actually made into another secret sauce. That'll be coming up. I got my freeze dryer that I got from Horatio sitting there, a legend that Horatio was. So that's actually going into, I can't use it. I've been using it. There's certain things that it's just the ability for me to be able to use some of these tools now has changed. My ability to actually move forward in a different concept of education, writing books, talking more on stages, having a show live, 420 live countdown, 419 Creation Cultural Center, bringing OGs and Gen Zs together, merging ecosystems. This day is going to be packed full of events. It's going to change. It's an ecosystem merger. This isn't an event. This is something completely different. This is something that the community has been asking for, and be able to give them what they need, which is a safe place to be, to collaborate with like-minded individuals that are high up in the industry that want to see more growth and be able to offer true value and collaborations. At the same time, speaking engagements, a live 420 cup legal that will be produced. That's being done right now, already in the making, already moving forward. Of course, we're 6 months ahead now. And of course, in the evening, boom. I'm not going to announce the main headliner. We're going to probably do that after Lyft, I think. We're not going to get. We're going to go. Okay, now we're announcing the headliner. So wait for the headliner, and we have a special guest coming in for a speech. Yeah, something that I've been working with for a while. I'm pretty excited, and he lowered the cost just because it was me.
Oh, cool.
This one gentleman would cost $25,000 to see him to talk for an hour. I've been working with certain people in say different ecosystems, as everybody knows me, follow me and what I've been doing. I've been empowering myself and working harder on myself than you do on your job. You'll make a fortune. So being able to bring people like-minded when they come to motivational, setting yourself up to win, yeah, you're going to need that. 2024 is going to be one of the most challenging times. No, it's going to be the best time of your growth. This is when true people get to lead and push forward. And you guys are the leaders. You guys are the legends. You're the legends right here showing up. Yes. True legends are here playing full out every day. They're upping their game. They're educating their skills. They're not staying comfortable. They're moving forward. They're always learning. What is the next step? If I would have stayed comfortable, I would not be here right now.
Yeah.
I would be in a wheelchair. Do what you love what you do. Yeah. Play full out in life. I felt like I just got an hour of just like motivational talking here with you guys. Kind of like you.
Well, I'm glad you're getting that sensation,
It's getting those things down. And you can say, I got this. It's funny as I sit around me, the planning of your weekly process. It sits right here. Everything is on the power of your life plan. Looking at your pyramid of mastery, we talked about this, Ken, and I can talk about it with you guys. Your pyramid of mastery starts with the first number one thing. Your physical body. Without your physical body, your mastery is kind of going downhill. Number two, your emotions. Yeah, your fuel of choice. The gasoline you put in your tank every day when you leave the house are the emotions that you give to other people. Remember that. The emotional state that you feel and where you're going with, what's it do? It creates those relationships, guys. The relationships, that's the next step of the pyramid of relationships. The ecosystem merging, that's getting along, it's understanding and getting into meeting one, and then the time management that we talk about around those relationships and how they perceive and how they move forward. I'm looking at the power of your life plan because this is what we're doing. We're creating the power of your life. When you get into your time, then you get into work, career, mission. Because now you're setting that up with the relationships. You're setting a work, career, and a mission with the time that you spent together, right? It's called the shared experience. I learned this from Unblinded. Ken's been there. He knows all about it. All right. When you're getting work, career, mission, that turns into your finances. And you start seeing where your finances. I see this pyramid of mastery, guys, and how you're moving forward. This is 100%. 100%. You can't find this, guys. They don't teach you this in school. They don't teach you this in college. They teach you this in a life lesson. Because once you get to your finances and you get through all this pyramid of mastery, what do you do at the top? Praise and celebrate. Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! Freedom. Yes. And it all starts with your one thing, your physical body, your emotional state, right? If you don't control your emotions, how can you control your relationships?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can control your time with the relationships that you're creating. You get resourceful. You look at your work, your career, and your mission, where you're going. Turns into your finances, right? It's a pyramid. Everything's a triangle in life. How do you get to the top? Is where you start at the bottom. That starting starts with a stack. It's called progress. It's called what you do every day. A simple push-up, a simple discipline, learning a new skill every day or doing the same thing. It took 1,000 tries to find the light bulb. It took Mr. Disney 300 no's to get his first loan so he could start Disney World. And look at it today. Look at from It Cosmetics, over 1,000 no's, and she sold that company for $1 billion. Consistency, dedication, commitment, growing forward every day, moving to that goal line. That's experience.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And you
that's, the,
can,
that's what legends do. That's how
and you,
legends are.
exactly. And you can
That's
link
how
this, guys, your life to the growth of your plants in your garden. Look at the cycles that happen in that. These are the
pattern
same cycles of you creating your life.
patterns. Look at pattern recognition, guys. And Scott Harris says this, and I love you, Scott. You're out there right now, and you're probably going to listen to this one day. He says it's patterns because he's from Australia, so he had to learn how to say patterns. Look at pattern recognition in your life, in your garden, in the things around you, everything. Look at the recognizing the pattern. Can you see the pattern in your life? Look at it. Close your eyes and see the pattern. Yeah,
Mhm.
see the pattern that you run every day. You make your coffee, you go to the bathroom, you get in the shower, right? Now utilize that pattern. How are you utilizing the same pattern over and over? Oh, I can do this and this at the same time. See the patterns that you've utilized? Yeah, close your eyes and see the patterns you've utilized. Now over time, you've now been able to cut up those patterns, right? You got into a new pattern creation, didn't you? You put your shoes at the door, you got this going, you call, you lunches, you started utilizing this. Do you think man recognized patterns in the beginning? They had to recognize the season. They recognized that they couldn't plant seeds in the winter. They recognized the patterns of the season. The seasons of your life are the same seasons in existence. When you have summer, you have fall, you have winter, you have spring, you have, right? These are patterns. You run the same patterns in your life. Recognizing those patterns and how you grow forward is really how you become the legend that you are, because you're seeing it as you grow up. I know where
Mhm.
I was when I was 16 and where I am at 52. I've seen patterns in my life now. Boom.
And there's the older you get, the more patterns you can look back on.
The more patterns you see, the more you can utilize those same patterns and get a new pattern creation. How do you think we've grown? Because we started with pots. I've grown in every system. Deep water culture, we've done everything. We've done pots. I've done soil. I've done living soils. I've done flood and drain systems. I've done cocoa in 1 gallon, 3 gallons. We've done whole pots. I've done air pruning. I I got so many pots out there. It's ridiculous.
And he does, guys. Believe me, he does. Okay. Behind the garage is a lot of pots.
Every pot that you could possibly ever grow in. I love how I have this shit all around me. Your physical mastery. Actually, well, because I'm kind of teaching this too, aren't I, Ken?
Yeah, every morning I listen to you go over this stuff, and it's the repetition, guys. The repetition is what puts it into your mind, and that's why you write it down. That's why you read it. That's why you set your goals and you tie the emotions to the goals, because then you're going to drive. You can be proud or rich. Exactly. So which do you want to be? Do you want to be a legend or do you want to be
Wow.
a follower?
Do you want to be proud of your life and where you're going? You want to be
Mhm.
proud of what you accomplished, proud of the people that you helped, proud of your life, right?
Yep.
Goals, goals are where you set your things up, right? If your mission is to serve others, not only legacy giving, you be more fulfilled in this life.
Yeah.
That's it, guys. But if your mission is not, and your mission is just to be oneself, you be only happy for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
You ever get there? You can go. Somebody can go somewhere. Somebody can go somewhere. I've gone a lot of places, but a team goes everywhere. A team takes you to Africa. A team takes you to Jamaica. A team takes you to Holland. A team takes you to Cannabis. See, all of these places were teams. When I went to High Times Cannabis Cups and I went to all the things, there were a team of us that went together. And that team, they see the guy that goes by himself. He's there. He gets there. He looks around until someone brings him into a team, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what we're doing. It's called getting into that next. It's time. Time to find what? The relationship, the team that you want to join, the places where you want to go, the peer group of people that you look up to. Go join them. I remember Remo, I looked at it, I was like, I love Remo. He's like one of my best friends. I love the guy. Before, he was a legend that I looked up to.
Yeah.
You know, if you can you reach out to? I know how many of you guys reached out and you say,
Yeah.
we're all legends. You're all there to move forward. You're all there to grow. You're a legend in disguise. Come on out. Do what you love to do. Grow forward with your future. Help more people.
Yes.
Give them what they need. See them where they are. Right? Observe. Take a closer look at where you're going. And what? Time management. Plan to get your day done, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because every day and every way you get what?
Stronger.
And stronger.
And stronger.
And stronger. And there's ways of looking like that. What is your story? Right? What is your story? Most people are caught in an internal, external story. Is it internal? Your story internal with you? Or is it an external story that you're telling yourself every day? Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's that battle inside. That's that fight. You're getting into an equilibrium and find out, is it an internal battle or is it an external battle? Where's your battle? Where's your future taking you? I can tell you the battles I've had with myself and realized they were just battles internally, and then that life was happening for me. Go figure, eh?
Yeah.
Who knew that all that stuff that I was doing back in the days from growing from seed and understanding that lineage and the OGs and the green cracks and all that stuff you talk about from Hugh and Steve Mitchell and all these my friends, like, yeah, these are the people I grew up with, 88, 89, 90, going forward, that lineage that came down through Kelowna into Maple Ridge. I used to sit on the back at the gravel pit and shoot holes through the wash machine with a sawed-off shotgun.
Joy and fun.
People know about that house because we were growing there, and that's in 88, 89. Mm-hmm. There's a handful of people remember that place. A lot of Leonards came out of there. Steve was the first person that was one of the guys I was hanging out with. 1967, he did 6 months in jail for half a joint.
Oh, Jesus.
And the top of his pocket that they pulled out in downtown Poco.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know the street. I know the old pub that's gone now. It's tore down. And I'll never forget that, talking about them. And that's going back, guys. I was 16 years old. 1988, 87.
That's the past, and you can put all the joy and happiness you can take from that and bring up to now.
See the joy? Don't live in the past unless it's a great one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Wow. That past was so beautiful and what you become. All those problems made you grow. Aren't they beautiful now? Be grateful for the 3 U's. I say this all the time. Be grateful for your 3 U's. People say, what is that? Be grateful for where you are right now. Right now. Be grateful for where you are right now. This is you right now. Be grateful for where you were. Can you see that? Wow. That was pretty awesome. Be grateful for who you're becoming. Yes. Because every day we get stronger inside and we grow forward with a simple what? Daily discipline. A morning routine. I call it my morning binder. Setting myself up to win. Moving forward with positive aspirations and being what? At the end of the day, always reach out and go, John, you're awesome. How often do you thank yourself? I know Ken does now. I make him do it every morning. Better sleep. Feel better. Grow better, live better.
Constantly learn.
It's called conditioning. You get paid for the value you bring to the marketplace. You don't become an overnight success. That's 10 years to become an overnight success. That's 20 years to become an overnight success. That's 30 years to become an overnight success. You think Michael Jordan became an overnight success? 10 years before he became an overnight success. How about Tiger Woods or any of these people that we talk about, any of the legends that you love and cherish, those guys, they spent years behind closed doors doing what? Discipline. daily, never stopping, pushing forward, getting what they want. You are no different. A tree can be a tree. Morpheus can be Morpheus. A dog can be a dog. But you, a human, can be anything they truly want to be. It's called choice.
Yeah.
It's go get it. No one's going to get you there other than you. You might get some people that help you, but they're not going to take you because it's their journey. Unless you find good people within your system and understand their life plan. Find the who's that are good at what they do and attach it to what you're good at. And guess what? Then you get to go everywhere with your team. Teams build the future. You can go somewhere, but a team goes everywhere. Remember, I say that because that's exactly how we grow forward. It's how I get on here with Tim. I mean, with Ken. We're a team.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are a team. We're all a team together. The cannabis community is the largest ecosystem and team in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I say this all the time. And a lot of people say it's the Catholic Church and the Hells Angels.
They're close second. Yeah.
Second. Well, when you go to the pastor and say, well, you know what? The Catholic Church is in every religion. We are. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We are. We're in every religion. The Hells Angels. Sorry, guys. Love you. Great. You're not in every country. Your bikes don't half of them. Fair enough. But we're in every country. We're in every religion. We're in every race. We're in every age bracket. We are the largest ecosystem in the world. Everybody knows cannabis. Someone smokes it, uses it, they live it, it produces their medicine, it gives them a food, it gives them a fuel, it's a fiber, they're wearing it, cars, some way it's a part of their life. We stand more for what? For cannabis than we do for world peace, because cannabis gives us our 6 human needs. I'm ending up with 6 human needs, guys. Because cannabis gave me certainty my whole life. And you heard that through what I just was talking about and growing through. Didn't it give you some certainty? Hey, Robert? Yeah, damn right it did. Give you some uncertainty and variety. Today's age, it's all the different edibles and stuff like that. For me, getting your door kicked in, getting robbed, might be going to jail, might spend 10 years. Boy, that was a little uncertainty and variety. Let me tell you. Significance, when I cropped that shit, fuck, did I feel like I was on top of the world. I wasn't in jail yet. And I had something no one had. Check this out. You can have it. It's free. Huh? Yeah, have some.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can I get some more? We got to grow it. From where? I got these seeds. Where do you go at? I got a YouTube channel. Check it out. What? Yeah, it's all free.
Yeah.
But if you want me to come and coach you and get in, I have light testing and stuff like that. I do water activity testing. It's all on my website. So it made me give me significance because I know what I'm doing now. Right? I can walk into any garden. I got significance that I can help. I know where to turn the key. I know where. Say I charge a certain amount of money. So well, why is it so much? I said, well, it costs you $1 to do this, but it's going to cost you fucking $5,000 to know how to fucking turn the key or to do this, right? Or whatever it is. That's what they say in life because it's the value you bring to the marketplace. That's what the knowledge and dedication, commitment that you do every day because you become what? A legend, not overnight. It takes years. It takes discipline, and you keep moving forward with your own inspirations, aspirations, guys.
Yeah.
Cannabis gives me love and connection. Look at this connection. All of you out there. Love and connecting. Going to all the different shows, talk with your friends, get the bongs, get everything. We do a bong, which I am a little stuffed up, throat sore, so that's it. Meets our spirit needs too, eh? You know, your spirit needs are growth. You need to grow in life. Grow is what gives you joy. Remember that. That's your spirit need. Everything else is happiness. And when you contribute, what's it do? It's another spirit. It gives you joy. Joy with growth and contribution. Your spirit needs give you joy. They give you inspiration. They give you your vision. They give you your goals in life. They drive you to where you go. They give you your progress. Your spirit goals is what drives you every day, guys. Your human needs is what you need, but your spirit goals is what takes you to that whole new level of where you're going. So set those goals for your 2024. Envision where you're going and take a look at the progress along the way and how far you've come in life. I mean, you can go back and be grateful for how far you've come. you can't be mad or angry at all because you're grateful for where you are in your life. So be grateful for your 3 U's again. Be grateful for where you are right now in your life. Yes. Be grateful for where you were. Wow. Be grateful for that awesome year you're becoming, guys. Become your legends. And let's just say yes to freedom. Boom.
Yes.
I just want to acknowledge all of you out there, especially you, Ken, for always hosting these shows and stepping up with your next shows coming on. What's your next show after this?
The Soil Matters with William Patella Brown supposed to be on with Leighton, and I think Av's back this week as well. So that's going to be a fabulous show, guys.
Wow, that's going to be a fabulous show. And what do you have coming up through the week? You got the ladies coming in now too?
Yeah, I've got Andy and myself on Tuesday or Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific, or
There you
no,
go.
6 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. my time. Then the ladies on Thursday, of course. And those two young ladies, that is some amazing content, guys. You don't want to miss that. Just like John, they're inspirational and educational. And thank you so much, John. I know you're not feeling that well today, so blessings, brother.
Blessings, guys. You guys have a great week. Mission Mondays. We'll see you next Monday. Keep growing. Keep living. Set your vision for 2024 because I can see it. Go get it. Yes.
Peace.